I'm Jason Hefner. My company is Gulf Coast Pressure Washing Solutions. My company consists of my wife, who's the wizard behind the curtains, our son, who is the purpose behind everything we do, and myself. I'm a full-time firefighter paramedic. My wife is a full-time school teacher. She teaches a second, third grade classroom. And Andrew, of course, is still in school. We were, like a lot of families, we were in a tough spot, and we needed to find a better way to provide for our family. And we tried, me doing the second job, and now I'm working all their hours on their time, and I'm still missing out, and it still wasn't enough. And so we decided, let's try this, and where we command our own value, we determine our value, we determine our timeline, and so that was a lot more freedom for us. That was a lot bigger reward for us. And then when we're done working at the day, we're not working on someone else's dream or some big company's dream. We're working on ourselves, working on our own legacy, and that's just kind of what it's grown into. We have been strictly washing for 2 years. Our first year was racking up a lot of failures, so we changed our company to stop doing certain things and just focus on just washing and just cleaning. We were up against it, and we decided to go for it. So we liquidated my 401k, which was it did 50 cents in 1 year. So it really wasn't working that hard. So we liquidated it. The 401k is gone, and we started trying to figure it out. And it came down to that I bought a $150 pressure washer that was probably borrowed. We'll say it was borrowed and not returned. And then a pump-up sprayer. And my mentor, who's one of the teachers here at the Huge, he helped us grow our business. And we just started with one of those little ones that you roll around, and one day we said let's think about having a trailer. So we taped the dimensions of a trailer in our garage, and in chalk we wrote, this is where the gas can's gonna go, so the pressure washer's gonna go. We thought having a trailer was a long way off. It was still just a pipe dream, and every time I pull in, I get to look at, that's where we came from. We came last year to Atlanta, and we didn't know what we were looking for. Let's hit all the classes, let's learn as much as we can. And we connected with some people. One of our business coaches said, you need to go here, you're gonna learn a lot more things. And sometimes of not only just things to do, but things not to do, some pitfalls to kind of steer clear from. And we found a lot of good information. And when it boils down to it, we only implemented 2 to 3 things really hard, and we had some massive success with them. And so when we came this year, we're looking for those 2 or 3 things. Anything else is a bonus. When we pick something that we're going to implement, we implement, for me, it's like I'm a paramedic. I'm implementing this decision like somebody's life depends on it, because our life depends on it. My son's life depends on it. My wife's life depends on it. And so that's how I think about it. And so that's why when we only do 1 or 2 things and we hit them that hard, we're hitting them like our life depends on it. The year of our first Huge, we did pretty good. I mean, we definitely got our family out of debt and put a buffer between us and paycheck to paycheck life. But just with the things that we implemented and changed and tweaked from what we learned at Huge, we're now past that year's total number. When I came here, it was like, that was worth 30 grand. It's way more than that. We're upwards of 60, 70 grand just for taking a weekend to go learn some stuff. And by the year ends, it may be more than that. We don't have it all figured out. We don't have all the pieces in place. We're still trying to build the next step of the dream of, are we gonna exit? Are we just gonna grow? Are we gonna grow and step out? We're still trying to figure that out. Right now, what we're definitely doing is we're building the business to enrich the lifestyle that we have, and hopefully start uncovering other things that we didn't know that we could do. We're still in that phase of like, can we do this? And figuring out that, whoa, we're doing amazing stuff, and we're still in awe of it. Things that actually hit home and from last year that we really cranked up. One of the keynote speakers was Ellen Rohr, and what really spoke to us was, it's your business. Make it what you want it to be. If it's not what you want, if it's not creating the life you want, that's your fault. You need to change it.
You can change your life in a moment. Have you ever had this thought, I should have done this?
And so that's what we've been doing in our businesses. You know, we're gonna make it do what we want. And if it's not doing what we want, we're not gonna do that again, or we're gonna change something. I always had in the back of my head that I'm gonna find somebody who has brought their business to a level that I cannot wrap my head around. And I want to talk to them, and I want to see if I can connect with them, because in my head, I feel like if I can make it to half of what they've done, then that's pretty good. There's nothing to be sad about going half of what they've done. And meeting those people who've done these colossal numbers and built these big businesses, it's really nice to say, you know what, this guy or these people, we're eating at the same restaurant, we're sitting in the same classes, we're drinking the same beverages. You know, they are unique in their own way, but we could have that. We could do that, and just to be able to sit and talk with them, and they're so happy to share it. I actually had people come up to me this year and ask, how did we do it? How did you get there? And when someone does that, that's a big thing, because you remember that spot. You don't forget that. A lot of people, they'll just bow out or they'll just quit. Asking for help is a big deal. And I know, because I was in that spot. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. And to be able to help someone and show them that you can get out of it. There's a way, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, or follow the beacon, follow this way. And even if you veer off a little bit, you're gonna be way far away from the spot you're at. That's a big deal to help somebody. And because even if I've met some guys in my area that were struggling, and you don't want people to struggle. It's not a fun place. And I think that's why some of the guys who grown big businesses are so happy to help, because you don't meet a lot of multimillionaires that decide they're going to buy a $150 pressure washer and get going. You know, we all came from very humble beginnings, and we all know that place where it was not fun. It was not proud for us. And we want to help anyone we can, because we know what it feels like, and we don't want people to feel like that.